Have all those sets of close grip bench press, dips, and even tricep pushdowns not really cut it in terms of getting your arms to fill your shirt sleeves? Well, instead of wearing one size too small, let's actually do it the right way and start filling them up. And while there's nothing wrong with any of the exercises I just talked about, it might not be right for you. So today I'm going to show you 5 tricep exercises that you should start doing that not many people are doing. And it doesn't matter whether they're popular or they're not. I made a whole video of the most popular tricep exercises. I'm talking about the ones that might hold the secret for you that you're going to connect with and feel better and ultimately lead to more size. And the first one is what we call the PJR Pullover. And I mentioned the close grip bench press, and people typically use that as the sort of heavy, overloaded, high tension based tricep exercise, but this gives you another option. So what I do is I get into this position here with a dumbbell, and the key is to pick a dumbbell that's heavier than what you would normally be using for a regular tricep extension, because I'm going to have the assistance of the lats. So as I drop the arms back down, I get a stretch, yes, on the lats, but also on that long head of the triceps. And when I get out of the bottom here, instead of driving with the elbows and driving with the lats, I want to go and drive up through extension of the elbows to the top and then let the lats assist. So again, a high tension, heavy tricep alternative that might just hold the gains to the size you're seeking. But we know that heavy weights aren't the only requirement to drive new triceps growth. If you want a bodyweight option that doesn't require another push-up variation, I'm going to show you something. But to do that, we got to break out tricep cam. And to do it, we use something called the tricep trunk lift. And obviously, I'm down here on the ground. And what you do is you make 2 fists with your hands. You put your elbows down on the ground and tight to your side. And you're going to extend your elbows down and your hands into the floor. And then lift yourself up off the ground. Okay, knees are bent to help support. Lower yourself down slowly. Lift and press. And what this does is it activates heavily that long head of the triceps, because you're getting not only extension of the elbow, but also extension of the arm back behind your body. So extension at the shoulder, which is a key driver of that tension in the triceps. And again, no equipment required at all, just the floor. Now, whenever you're having a hard time building up your triceps, it's likely because you aren't paying enough attention to that long head, because it's the only one that does something different. We know that all 3 heads will extend the elbow, but the one that brings the arm back behind the body into extension is going to be that big, thick, meaty, long head. So we need exercises that do that.
He didn't just say that, did he?
Of course I did. Like the lateral and medial head. This one's long.
Big, thick, meaty, long head.
And the way we can do that is with the tricep pushdown, but with a variation. You see, because the rotational pushdown will help you to better target that long head. So what I'm asking you to do is not just bring the bar straight down in front of you, which again is going to limit most of the work to the medial and lateral head, but if I can get that arm tight to the body and most importantly behind me, well, then I can start doing some things. So what I do is as I'm coming down, I twist the bar with me and turn it so I can get that arm back behind my body into extension. Of course, I work the other side too by alternating. Again, keeping the mechanics the same. So don't be afraid to twist this bar as it comes down to assist that arm in getting back into extension and letting up that long head. So I know I said 5 exercises, but let's just consider this one a bonus, because this is actually 3 exercises in one, but it doesn't diminish the effect of growing bigger triceps. And this is going to take advantage of something we call a mechanical drop set. If you're not doing enough of this, it's probably the reason why you can't really fill those sleeves. So what you do is you take your dumbbells and you perform the lion tricep extension to start, which we know is a great tricep exercise, one that actually landed in the top spot in my tricep ranked exercise series. But when we're done with this and we can't do another rep, then we bring the dumbbells up and we perform a JM press, where we drop them down to our shoulders and then straight up. So it's like a modified skull crusher, but without having to get as much of that tension in that overhead position that starts to cause more fatigue. But we're not done quite yet, because we know we still have some strength left if we get that assistance from the chest and the shoulders. So we can turn this into a close grip elbows touch bench press. So now when I've got just a little bit left in me, I can still crank out a few more reps, taking that 2 and through failure one more time to really light those suckers up. But what if I just hit a sore note with you, and I said the lying tricep extension was the best exercise you could do for your triceps? But what if when you do it, it hurts your shoulders? It just doesn't feel so good. What would you do then? Well, that's where you can do a variation on that jam press I just mentioned that still allows you to heavily load the triceps, but avoid maybe that provocative position. So you grab your dumbbells and you lay back down on that bench. And with the target point being the shoulders here on the jam press and then pressing back up, what you want to realize is that I can apply more tension to the triceps in this position than I can in this one, due to that downward force of gravity not being perpendicular to the forearm as much in this position. It's pretty much parallel. So I can take this and turn it into a jam extension. So I use a heavier weight and then press up and back that way. Down to the shoulders, press up and back that way, avoiding any type of excessive range of motion over my head that you might find uncomfortable. So still giving you some of that benefit without any of the discomfort that would limit you from tricep size. But while we're talking about that lying extension, can we at least address some of those diminishing returns that we get at the end of the exercise, in that end position? Because we can actually make that a hell of a lot better if we're willing to dump the dumbbells and maybe easy curl bar that we're using to perform the exercise. And for me, you want to break out a cable. So what happens when we take the cable is we put it in a low stretch position like this, and we come down into the same position on the bench. Now, at the bottom, we're going to get that nice stretch applied to the triceps that we're looking for, but at the top, the difference maker here is the application of force. I still have a high degree of tension because unlike the dumbbells that are just being held here in this parallel to gravity downward force position, I have that line of force from the cable being almost perpendicular to my forearms. So even holding this position, even though my arms are vertical, is still going to apply an immense amount of force and tension on the triceps, making this the same movement, but a much more effective one by simply changing the way we do it.
Big, thick, meaty, long head. Really, Jeff?
Yeah, see, Jesse, because there's three heads of the tricep. There's a lateral head, a
Okay,
medial
yeah,
head,
we get it, we get
and
it,
a
we
long
get
head.
it. We get the picture.
So remember, guys, if tricep size is what you're after, maybe the classic exercises just aren't working for you, and that's okay. It's just time to switch it up and give one of these a try. If you're looking for a complete tricep workout, make sure you watch the perfect tricep workout. I'm going to link for you over here. If you're looking for a complete program, guys, you can find them over at ATHLEAN-X.com. In the meantime, remember to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a video when we put one out. All right, guys, see you soon.